Hi, it's Therese and Lostinpaper, and today I'm stamping off the edge yet again. I can't help myself. I really like the way some images look when they're kind of cut off halfway through, and especially this little girl. She's a Mo Manning image released by Penny Black, and the stamp's called Goodness, and I just thought she looked so cute. I am using my Misty to stamp her, and by putting her off the edge, it kind of makes her look like she's peeking around the corner. I just thought that was so much fun. So today is all about Copic colouring. It's a very simple card, and I usually start by colouring my face and then my hair, because if I'm going to muck anything up when I'm colouring, these are the two things that I seem to have the most trouble with. And I figure, well, if I've only coloured a little bit of the image and it all goes pear-shaped, it's not so bad. I don't have to worry about having to throw away something that I've already spent ages on. So my go-to colours for my face are the E000, E00, and then my cheeks the R20. Now it looks really dark right here, but that's because I haven't coloured the rest of the image yet, and Copics do dry just a touch lighter than when they go down, so don't freak out that it's looking a little bit dark right now. So what I usually do is like to lay down my shadows first, that way I can sort of roughly work out which direction my light's coming from, and once I've done that, then I can blend it out with my lighter colour. So often I'll start with my lighter colour or the middle colour and just put the shadows in and then start moulding it out. So I have added the E11 here. I just wanted her to have a little bit deeper shadows because she's got that curly hair. It's it does tend to bounce more off the face, so you would have a deeper shadow, and that's the E11. And once I've added that, I will actually just go back and blend that with my lightest colour again. So keeping it really simple, I have left a little bit of white there, like that just adds a bit of natural light, like a highlight. So next I'm going to start working on her hair, and I've got some E50 here, and I'm actually mapping out roughly where the highlights of her curls are going to be. Because her hair is so all over the place, you can kind of look at it and get a bit lost with where the curls start and finish. So even though you're probably really not going to see that E50 in the end product, it just helps me work out where I want to put my shadows. So I'm kind of going for the reddish tones here, and I've got the E97, and now I'm just adding small touches of colour, because you can always add more colour afterwards. It's hard to take it away. And I'm trying to work out at the beginning of the curls, so I'm looking at the curls and looking at her hair and thinking, oh yep, that's the base that's going in towards the head there. I'll just do a little couple of flicking motions there and add some depth that way, and then leave the bit that curls up and over a little bit lighter, because that's going to have the light reflecting on it. And remember, this is just the first layer of colour, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And I just keep working on her whole hair the same way. And just remembering that this will dry that little bit lighter as well. So my hair used to be this curly. It's not anymore, thank goodness. And back in the days when we didn't have any kind of products, not many products at all, it wasn't very pretty. So even though her hair is red, I am using a brown. This is an E25, just to add a bit of depth and base to the colour, because it's making the shadow for me, and now I can start to see where the curls are and where the shadows will be. So doing the same thing again, just working over her whole head of hair and adding small bits of colour, because I can always come back and add a little bit more, and I don't want it to end up too dark. So just focusing where these shadows are. And just small flicking strokes mostly is what I like to use on here. Oh, there's my cat. And I always use the brush nib as well. Get a lot better control with that. So I'm going to a darker reddy brown now. This is the E99, and just working out again from the center of the head sort of thing on the curl, and bringing out, basically just adding a little bit more color. And you can see now that her hair doesn't have as many white highlights in it anymore. Just slowly building up the color. This is all in real time too, by the way. I have cut very little out of this section of the video as well. You're getting to see most of it raw and unedited. Okay, so back to the E97 now, and this is just bringing that red colour back in. I know I've already used this colour once, but I'm actually, now that I know where my curls are, I can use this more as my highlight colour. And I do actually add a light brown a bit later on, and leave less white. But for now, I'm going to work on her dress, and this is really very simple colouring now, and I didn't want to make this too complicated, so literally laying down a colour of green. This is the G40. It's a really pretty sort of mint green colour, and then add some simple shadows. I haven't got any other green colours that would suit as a shadow, except, so what I did was went to my W2 and added some shadow that way, and then also grabbed the YG91. Added a couple of little folds to her dress, but pretty much keeping it really simple. And some pretty pink for the frills and the love hearts and trim on her dress. And I find it's really hard to get a nice pink in their Copics, so if anyone can give me a hint on that, that would be wonderful. I like the baby pinks. A lot of them tend to be a little bit purpley pink, if that makes sense. And I always like to add a little bit of simple shadow to the face. I come back and always do this at the end. This is with the BV00. My sentiments from the same stamp set, and just stamped that with some Onyx black ink. Added a piece of fun foam to the back of my panel and pop that on the front of my card. And as a final touch, I've got my Quickie glue pen, and I wanted to add just really fine dots of glue along the bottom frill of her dress, and then I've got some really fine Prisma glitter, which is so pretty and sparkly. And that's my card for today. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back again real soon. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.